Hi, my name is Sammi Saint. Welcome to a light language transmission for beauty. The intent of this transmission is to help you receive, connect with, and experience more beauty within your life. Please consent and we will get things started. Breathe in. Yashikatia ko tia manania kataria ko shikatia manania kataria kashkatia katia ko. E si akashkatia ma e a o a na eskai atia mana. I'm thinking about right now, I'm called towards my third eye, which makes me think about how we see through our eyes, but we can also see through our third eye. We know it's connected to intuition, but I think it's interesting that I set the intention to channel for beauty. And I'm being called almost to open yet another avenue of sight when you think about it. Beauty is, I think, what I often find when I do these transmissions is I think of things as complex, but I think a lot of the way we understand beauty is really only complex because of what we've been taught about it, not because of the actual truth of it. We come into this world, and when I remember my earliest memories of beauty, it was often surrounded, at least what was more ingrained in me, we could say, or what maybe I was called to at the time, it was mostly introduced in terms of like, oh, they are beautiful. And then I think, there was some nature involved too, but I think sometimes we probably get caught up individually in not really understanding beauty. We think of it more as like something I can put on my face that makes people like to look at me, And while it's important to support the things that make us feel good, taking care of our bodies, eating healthy, all of those will actually naturally make us more beautiful. But beauty is a state of mind. Beauty is something we, in certain ways, connect to and in certain ways embody. I always think about, I'm sure you've heard many people say and this again, it's not I guess, the deeper I get in the spiritual rabbit hole, we could say, the more I understand so much of what I initially believed isn't really truth. And I think about how we could say somebody, have you ever met someone that maybe they don't fit conventional beauty standards? And when I say that, I say the societal beauty standards. That's why I use my, but their personality is so radiant that you recognize that they're absolutely stunning. And it's so much more about who they are and what they do. And I think the way they embody beauty and passion and kind of like light up the world, that suddenly you recognize it has really nothing to do, very little to do with what you look like. It's far more centered into who you are. We embody beauty. We see it. I think the easiest way to connect to it in a way that is deeply profound and spiritual is just going outside and admiring something. I felt called to bring this rose. I'll show you it actually real quick. So it's just pretty, just this beautiful rose that's quietly unfolding. And we think of roses as symbolizing passion. Roses actually vibrate at I believe it's the highest frequency of all plants. So when you think about vibrating higher, beauty is in theory, well, in truth, a higher vibration. And again, because it's just the state of being. When we become beauty, we actually see more beauty around us. We connect to it more and more effortlessly. So the more we do things within our lives to appreciate the beauty around us and connect to the beauty around us, like sitting outside, right? Like admiring a flower, or like looking at the clouds, the more we embody it within our systems, and the better and better we feel. One thing that really helped me in terms of beauty, and I think it's important to kind of come into the idea that beauty can actually be a source of conventional beauty, right? The way society's taught us, it can actually be a source of guilt and shame sometimes if either we do or don't possess a level that meets what society has deemed as beautiful. And I think that's a very tricky spot to be in because beauty just is. It isn't something that you have to really, mold and shape. You just connect to it. You're allowed to be beautiful. You're allowed to connect to beauty. It's a divine right. The earth is one of the most beautiful places in all the galaxy. And it is so important that while you are here, you admire every piece of her and all she's done for us, putting food in our bodies, giving us sunlight to wake up in the morning, grounding us in the dirt and the grass. One thing I learned recently that also kind of lifted the veil, if you will, on what beauty truly is at its core is when we look at something that we deem beautiful. So this could be, I'm talking about nature currently, but it could be art too. And we know a lot of art is kind of connected to source because we channel when we make art, which I think is so beautiful, whether it's music or painting, or is that when you look at something that is beautiful, it actually completely relaxes you. It'll soothe your nervous system. So it's important, for instance, right, if you're decorating, to put things around you that are beautiful, because by looking at them, you actually calm down. One thing that cracks me up is I have a little cat, and her name is Josie, and she is stunning. She's a beautiful cat, and I've never, well, that's not true. I love animals, so I often find them stunning. But when I look at her, I just am always like, oh my God, she's beautiful. And like when you think about, cats are actually deemed to be spiritual creatures, so maybe she's just even more connected to beauty. And I'm kind of seeing it come through her as opposed to always just seeing it in how she looks, even though, yeah. Breathe in. Esiakoshkatia mananiaka, ishkotia katia katarekoshkatia manana, eashkotiana, esiaka esikoshkatia mana, eata troko asakashkatia ma, eoko eako ena, eako. Ishketia katiako, ishketia manania katariasa, ishkeata enoyasa, eako, ishkotia katarika, ishketia tatariaka. Ishkeateo, enia katariako. Eato, I invite you to release all the feelings you have that you are not beautiful. And I encourage you to ground into the present and the knowledge that you have always been a piece of beauty. You are of the earth. The earth is beautiful, and therefore you are beautiful. You don't become unbeautiful. There is not a period in life that you lose that connection to your beauty. Do not let society fool you into believing there is this youth that you must always be connected through. So it's connected to. And once you lose it, it's gone forever. That youth is always a part of you. I did a video before this on the inner child. When we connect to our inner child, we bring even more of that youth through us, but not in the way of needing to look a certain type of way, in the way of embodying the truth and joy that we are endlessly lovable no matter what we do. We are lovable no matter how many mistakes we make. We are lovable no matter how many times we feel like we fail on our path towards what truly is and who we truly are. Isn't that nice to know? Esai koshkataya toea naya. Eniako asea kai aso ana. Yashi anate ako anaya kayasa. Ete anai ako anaya. Ate ina waka naya. sai ako anae. Nei ako ana shei ako I. Nei ako ana shei ako I. Anai ako shei ako I. Anai ako anai kaya. Ai ano ai te ami aya. Anata ika ane aya. Breathe in. Ishoa tia kea nea soa kohana ea mea koisea koa. Yasheana ea te ama ea koana e kesa. Anikaya. Ishomia tia koana. Esheako ante ama. Yaneite yanao anahea sa. Thank you for joining me for this session, this light language sound healing for beauty. It was so lovely to talk to you. I hope you understand that because you are of the earth, beautiful Mother Earth, beautiful ascended Mother Earth, beloved ascended Mother Earth, that you will always be beautiful, and no internet source, magazine, billboard, family member, influence, nothing will ever be able to take that away from you. It has been an honor doing this transmission with you. My name is Sammi Saint. Thank you for joining me. Continue to bring goodness to the world, brightness to the world. Surround yourself with things that make you feel beautiful. Admire things that are beautiful, truly, deeply beautiful. Beautiful like the trees, like the air, like the clouds, like the beautiful rose I showed. All of these are pieces to bring us back to ourselves. Remember who you are. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See ya.